Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the audio edition. Glad to have you along. Let's kind of dig into this tarot that's a little bit of a unique read. Not only the fact is it an audio version, because of technical issues, I've talked about that already. But at the same time, we're focused on you. It's all about you and your manifesting capabilities. So this is not your typical tarot read. I don't care about anybody else. I don't care necessarily about any other influences outside. It's all focused on you. What's going on with you internally? And what can we do to enhance your ability to manifest the life that you deserve, the life that you want? So let's begin. Here is the Oracle card. Exchanging gifts. It's right there in the center. You can't possibly miss it. Here you have a ballerina, looks like, dancing with a cat. There's a combination there for you, huh? Yeah. And it's all about exchanging gifts. So, exchanging gifts. This is the main energy, the main theme in this reading. Exchanging gifts. Could mean with someone else. It could mean maybe even with yourself or the universe. There's kind of a natural give and take in this idea of exchanging gifts, and it's a positive thing. You give something of value, you get something of value back. Karma? Yeah, could be. Could be. Exchanging gifts with the universe. And there are a number of ways that you can exchange gifts. Again, with someone else, with something else, with yourself. So that's the energy. Exchanging gifts. Very positive. I like that. So now, to emphasize this whole idea, let's go to the left side, upper part of the screen. You see the piece of the card that says Two of Cups. Two of Cups, of course, decision, right? That's really what it's all about. In some tarot readings, you go, oh, well, you're matching up with somebody. Cups are love, things that we're attracted to, things that in some way or another we feel we are belonging to, and vice versa. And the twos always indicate some sort of a decision to be made, a choice. That's in the original tarot. That's what the Two of Cups was all about, a choice between two things that you love, and there's maybe some confusion there. But we're talking about exchanging gifts. That's the main energy. So it's the idea of give and take. Okay, giving something of value, getting something of value. Question is, how's that all going to work out? But it's a very, very positive read up to this point. There's a lot of interactivity. Now, right next to it is the Six of Cups. Nostalgia. So the first two cards out are cups, our emotion, our things that we're loved, things that we're attached to. That makes the idea of exchanging gifts in any form or fashion in your life much more interesting, much more pleasant. But it tells me with the Six of Cups, I look at that as a card of nostalgia. You're going back to a time in your life when you had a lot of cups, you had a lot of love, a lot of connection, a lot of affection. Could be when you were 5, could be when you're 50. Doesn't make any difference. You're going back to a time that was nicer, more pleasant, more positive for you. And you got to make a choice. What from the past do you want to bring forward into your future? What from the past do you want to exchange? Remember, that's what we're talking about. Exchanging gifts. What gift from the past do you want to bring forward and exchange it with something that you have now? Something was very important for you back then. Something that you have now, maybe not quite so important, so vital. So what do? Well, let's go to the right side of the upper deck, and what do we got? The Fool. My favorite card, next to the Sun. The Fool, as you can tell from the card, up top, yellow, lots of yellow. People go, well, the Fool is crazy, just out there taking a chance, doesn't make any difference, indestructible. He's a kid. Goes out there, he's inexperienced. He doesn't know what's out there waiting for him. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, and maybe it doesn't matter either way. The Fool, for me, is the ultimate spiritual card. Life is like the Fool. You don't know what's around the corner. An hour from now, a day from now, a month from now. You don't know. You have to step out on faith, and that's what the Fool is doing. So when we're looking at the idea of exchanging gifts, Making a decision that somehow connects the past and the present. You're going to have to go on faith. You're going to have to go on feelings. You're going to have to believe, know, and trust yourself to exchange these gifts. But it's a very powerful thing. And the last card up top is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is called the Pope of the Tarot, and for very, very important reasons, of course, because the Hierophant is belief systems, rules. You're going to have to make your own rules on this one, the exchanging gifts part. And that's where the first two cards, the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups, come in so important. Something from the past you want to bring forward into the future, but you're not sure. It's a very pleasant thing, and you just want to make sure that it stays pleasant, that the present doesn't wreck it. And so you're going to have to go on faith. How are you going to bring it up here? How are you going to bring something that was so good, so positive, so affirming, and bring it up front? How are you going to make that exchange from then till now? Let's go to the bottom row, see if we can get a clue about the King of Swords. King of Swords, very simply, is a guy that gets right to the point, pun intended. A lot of intellect. Tries to remain unbiased, very analytical. That's what you're going to have to do about this emotional situation. You're going to have to simply reach out for the energy of the Fool, that act of faith, and believe, know, and trust. And be decisive about it, because that's what the King of Swords is all about. Very unbiased, very analytical, but you can analyze emotions. You can analyze things that are not strictly data-based, and that's what you're going to have to do. Go back. You want to exchange the past, move it into the present. But how do you do it? Well, be very honest with yourself, because we also have right next to the King of Swords, we also have the Eight of Swords, which is feeling powerless, feeling trapped. What you have is a case of limiting beliefs. Something that you've been told all of your life. You bought into. It is imprisoning you. It is making that decision to bring something from the past into the present, to exchange the gifts from the past to the present. It's making it very difficult for you to act on faith. It's making it very difficult for you to trust yourself. And it's self-imposed. You can break away from that anytime that you want. Be the King of Swords, not the Eight. Be the King of Swords. Be analytical. Give it a good shot. And the card just on the other side here of the vice versa card is the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is very simple. Reciprocity. So in other words, what you're doing is you want to make sure that whatever you are bringing back from the past that was very good for you, that you make sure that it's of equal value. It wasn't in the past, so you don't know how it's going to translate into your future. But the Six of Pentacles says it is abundant. It is abundant. So the idea of bringing a gift from the past to the present, doing it on faith, trusting yourself, by being analytical. And you can be analytical in an emotional way. You can just, how does it feel? Do I really like it? Look at the situation back when this thing was in your life. Was everything as good as you thought it was? You are going to get reciprocity. You will find that when you make this exchange, you're going to get reciprocity. You're going to enjoy it as much or more than what you have to necessarily give up. Okay? It's going to be a very positive deal. There's no doubt about it. And then affirm that at the far right, we have the Justice card. And the Justice card, fairness, clear logic, balance, truth. So if you combine your faith and your ability to really look at a situation, examine a situation fairly, you can take this gift from this past and make a good decision. You can exchange a gift from the past and bring it into the future with no problem. And that takes us to our vice versa card. Facing forward, the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is the happily ever after. You get your dream. That's what you're worried about. Is it really going to be a dream? Is it going to be a nightmare? But remember, the Ten of Cups is happiness. It's family, it's blessings, it's contentment. What you are basically concerned with is you want to bring this thing from the past into your present, and you're wondering, is it going to mess up? Am I thinking it right? Am I feeling it right? I don't know. And because you don't know, you're keeping yourself from it. Mistake. Don't do that. You can exchange gifts. You can have something fabulous from your past, move into your present, make your life better, and get that 10 of Cups. You can do this. So that's it for the today. That's the Manifesting Tarot read today. We'll have more tomorrow. Hope you're with me in this audio edition. Between now and then, as always, peace and blessings.